Hey, what's going on, guys? Game here. Welcome back to a new video today when I'm going to be doing a review of the Jak and Daxter HD collection, which I've been urging to do all week really since I've got it, and I've really enjoyed it. This is my favourite of the three, which I'm starting with Precusor's Legacy, which I got when I think I was about 6, and I really enjoyed this game. So when I saw it in a HD collection, I was really excited to play it. Even this opening cutscene here, or start menu, it looks really great, and there's definitely a big change in it. So yeah, I hope you guys can enjoy the review. Please like and subscribe, maybe drop a comment if you can. Tune into my next review, which will be Jak and Daxter 2. So yeah, that's all I've got to do now is to do the review. Just want to say this is a big part of my childhood, and I've been really wanting to do it. So alright, let the review begin. Basically, the main story for this game is about a guy called the Green Sage who's curious to find out about the many wonders of Ether, which is like a powerful source which comes in different colours, and Dark Ether, which is the bad Ether, is also want to be harnessed by the bad guys, which are called the Lurkers. He knows in his heart that Jak and Daxter, they know that they might be the ones to find out more about it. Fortunately, while they travel to Misty Island, Daxter falls into some Dark Ether and gets turned into an animal, so Jak and Daxter want to turn Daxter back. But unfortunately, the other sages haven't turned on their teleportation, so they can't travel to them, so they're going to have to find their own ways to get to them, e.g. by finding power cells. They can also be obtained by side missions and by collecting precursor orbs and trading them for a power cell. So they need to get 20 power cells to try and get the zoomer to work and travel to the different stages. That's the main story. As for the presentation, I can definitely tell a difference between the original game and the HD remake. I can definitely tell a difference in the textures too. They look really nice and colourful and definitely bring the game to life. I also like the creativity of levels, which gives a really good sense of unrealism, which is something I look for in a game, which most games nowadays can't provide. And I really like the water effects for some reason. I think it definitely is really nice. I really just like them. I don't know why, but I know they were pretty good in the first game, but this game just brought it to another level. I really like them. And the cutscenes, they even look nice. That's something I thought wasn't too nice in the first game, was the cutscenes didn't look so nice. But personally, in this game, I think they look really nice. People say this is the weaker game out of the three when it comes to graphics. I personally have to disagree with that. I think that it looks just as good, or even better maybe. And just if you can just have a look around at the graphics if you get a chance, it's just really great and probably one of the best games on the market for graphics right now. As to the gameplay, it basically controls like the first release. There isn't too many big changes. Of course, they did make a few tweaks in there just to enhance it for the PS3. I'm kind of glad that they didn't make too many changes too. I mean, it is just a HD remake, so they're not going to make too many big changes to it. I mean, people would be kind of unhappy with the game if there was too many big changes. But you know, it is alright. I can find that there is quite a lot of glitches in here, like say if I'm jumping from a ledge to ledge, it can occasionally get stuck and then it'll be like shivering about everywhere. But you know, it doesn't affect the gameplay too much to that extent. But I do think they could have spent a little more time, maybe just tweaking the gameplay a bit more, taking out the things that weren't so good, like the glitches and all. But I'm pretty fine with the gameplay. Jak's got all his moves, like his spin attack and his punch attack, and it's all basically the same as the first game. It does feel much better on the PS3 that you don't have to plug in the wire anymore because the original PS2 remote like had a wire in it, so it was a tiny bit different. But this is much better now. I'd say the gameplay does feel much better, especially with the new graphics. So yeah, I'd rate the gameplay like probably a 9.5 out of 10 if I had to. This isn't the final score just yet, but as for the gameplay, I'm pretty happy with it. They didn't make too many changes, but they could have made a few, but they didn't, and I'm pretty happy with it. So that's the gameplay, guys. Okay guys, I'm going to do the HD comparison and the replay value in one. Comparing this to the first game, I can definitely tell there's a difference. Although people, like I said, do think this is the weaker one out of the three, I think this game looks probably the best. And just looking at all these textures now, and even the eco, it looks so much better than in the first game. And I don't know how people can't see that, but it actually looks really great. I mean, I really like the water effects, like I said, and all the effects really. It looks much more clearer than the other one. And as for the replay value, I think this game has one of the best replay values I've ever seen. You can just go back into each level, and there's no loading screens in any levels. You can just go from level to level, go back as many times as you need to get anything that you've left behind or you need to collect, and it's really great. I mean, every game should do that nowadays, but unfortunately not. There's more loading screens in games nowadays due to the fact that the graphics are better. But no, this game is great for replay value and probably one of the best I've ever played. So overall, I think this is a great game for newcomers and people already familiar with the game, and it gives people a great chance to try out the game who are kind of new to the series, and not like the people who are like the retro gamers who are already familiar with the game. I also think that the graphics are fantastic, and it does a really good job of recreating the game and putting it into modern graphics again. And just to look at the gameplay, it just looks so great, the graphics. Especially since this game was released in 2001 and how they updated it for the PS3. I also, comparing this one to the first game, I could definitely tell there's definitely a difference in the level design, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Also, a thing I want to pick on is the replay value. This game has great replay value, and it's something that made this game unique, because none of the game besides this actually didn't have loading screens. You could just go from level to level, not having to worry about any loading screens, and just collecting whatever you need to get, which is something I admire. And just look at the sprites as well, they look fantastic. I mean, look at Jak and Daxter themselves, they look really, really great, and Jak's got all his moves back like he's kicking and punching, and the animation looks great. I also want to pick on the cutscenes. I mean, they were kind of the bad part of the game, but overall they are pretty funny cutscenes, and that is something that this game is good at, is humour. Many games nowadays have lost their humour, but this game, it never ceases to not make me not laugh. I always really, really like laughing at this game. It is pretty funny, some of the cutscenes. And the storyline is great. I've never seen anything really like it, to be honest. It's just really, really good. And the creativity level is something I got to pick on. And although there may be some glitches, it doesn't change the great game. And that is my overall opinion on the game. I'd rate this game a 9.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching my review, and wait out for Jak 2.